Ricochet in the afternoon.
Only on 2FM.
For quite some time, we now go live to our London studio and to Dave Grohl. Hello, Dave.
Hey, Rick. How are you, man?
I'm all right. How are you? Mr. Cormac Battle is with me, sir, as well. Cormac, say hi to Dave.
Hey, Dave. It's Cormac here. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you, my friend?
I'm having a heart attack, to be quite honest. Having a heart attack. This is.
He's not normally this starstruck.
I can't help it. There's a fanboy thing happening here, and if I lose the plot, Dave, I'm sorry about that in advance. All right.
That's fine. I lost the plot years ago. Don't worry about it. There's no plot.
First of all, welcome to the show. You're obviously here to chat about the new album. Tell us, like, really briefly about the whole idea, the concept of doing stuff in different places and then putting it together.
Well, the last Foo Fighters record that we made, we did it in my garage, and I thought, we have our own recording studio, and it's beautiful. It's a state-of-the-art place, but we'd made a few records there, and I wanted to do something that challenged the band to take us out of the comfort zone.
Yeah.
And so I thought, well, let's pull out the minivan and put the drums in the garage, and we'll just make a record in there. We won't use computers. We'll just use 2-inch tape like everybody used to. And it was really exciting and really fun, and the album sounded that way to me, because I really feel like the environment in which you make a record, it influences the outcome of the music. And then after that, I made this documentary film called Sound City that was a story of this recording studio in Los Angeles, and I'd never imagined directing anything in my life, and it turned into this bigger project that people were really inspired by. So when it came time to make this record, I thought, okay, I'll just put those two things together, but instead of just going to one to one studio and challenge the band there, let's go to 8 places across the country, and then rather than make one movie, I'll make a series, and I'll tell the story of each city and its musical history by interviewing all of its biggest stars, as you see us putting a song together, and then the finale of the episode is a performance of the song that we've been writing. So I came up with the idea like 2 years ago, and it's just seeing the light of day now. We kept it a secret for ages, but it was really mostly just to, change up the process and keep things interesting, and not just walk into a studio and make a record, but do something that's more than that. Because after 20 years of being a band, you have to kind of find ways to make it like new and fun and exciting.
Yeah. Dave, can I tell you, I think you got some DNA of mine in your house, because I was in a band. People who listen to this...
Okay, first of all, that sounds
that.
disgusting.
Yeah,
well, it's only a small bit of DNA, only a couple of molecules, I believe.
Really? Where did you leave it? So I can get the cleaning crew to come over.
I will tell you, you can get it cleaned later on, because I, believe it or not, as people who are well aware, listen to this program, because I never stopped banging on that I used to be in a band. We recorded our album in Sound City Studios, where you did Nevermind with Nirvana.
All right.
I swear to God, yeah.
10 years, and that's the truth.
That's the one I slept on. Siobhan was the manager of the place, wasn't she?
That's right, Siobhan. Yeah, she's the greatest.
Can I ask a question before you do this? Was that the Wilt album or a Curb Dog album?
It was a band called Curb Dog, and we did it there in 1995. In Sound City, and then you did the whole. You took the soundboard out of there, the Neve soundboard, and brought it home. Therefore, you have your DNA in my house, and I want some money for that.
Interesting. I think that maybe you have your DNA in my studio, and I'm going to call my assistant Lou right now and have him scrub the board to make sure that. No, I mean, that was the reason why I wanted that recording console, because everybody's recorded on it. Tom Petty and Fleetwood Mac and Barry White and George Harrison and Johnny Cash and Metallica and Nine Inch Nails and Rage Against the Machine.
And a band called Curb Dog.
Everybody made records on this thing. That's right, and your band as well.
My band, Curb Dog,
And so I just thought it should be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
But we put it in our place, and we still make records on it.
I've got a question for you. Well, if I say I've got a question for you, Dave, I've got 4,000 questions for you sent in. This one's on my email. It's quite nice. A lovely lady named Tara who sent us a mail. She said, look, I used to work at Boudisque Records in Amsterdam. I'm fairly certain Dave Grohl used to pack records for us on his day off down in the warehouse in around 1989 or 90.
It's true. I actually did before I was in Nirvana. I was in a punk rock band from Washington D.C. called Scream, and our home base when we would do European tours was in Amsterdam because we had a lot of friends there. We had friends that lived in a squat called Van Hall, and then we had some other friends that had apartments. So we would fly over. We'd fly standby for $99. Okay. We would land, and then we'd kind of get the gear and get the van and get the tour together. But while we did that, we had to work to make money to eat and live, and so I used to pack boxes full of records at that place. Wow, that's amazing.
I've also got an employee evaluation if you're interested. Remember, he was very helpful and a hard worker when we delivered records for the stores across the Benelux region. That's from Tara.
Interesting. Well, I needed that money for things other than food. So I'm just saying, I worked hard for the right reasons.
Speaking of all things European, I was reading a thing about you recently that you're big into kind of assembling Ikea furniture, which makes you kind of human, Dave. Is that true? Or is that some rubbish I read on the internet?
No, it's true. IKEA furniture is like an adult puzzle. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to sit down at a table and try to put together some castle on a lake with a forest behind it. I want to get an entertainment center with the glue and the pegs, and then just throw away the instructions and see if I can figure it out.
It's terrible though when you get to the very end, Dave, right? You put together a massive bookcase and there's 3 screws left on the ground.
This is true. I just always tell myself, I just say oh good, that's nice, they gave me extra screws. Who knows? But I've broken a lot of their beds. Just saying, ladies. Those IKEA beds. Careful with the IKEA beds.
Okay, hang on. I've got Emma on the phone as well, and Emma, she essentially begged us to be able to ask a question of you. Emma, how are you? How's it going?
How are you?
Emma,
Hi, Emma.
Dave Grohl is on the line. Go for it.
How are you?
Hi, Dave. I'm good. How are you?
I'm pretty good.
Good. Dave, I have a question for you. I'm getting married next June 2015 to a fantastic guy, Emmett Meredith. He's probably listening in the van right now. And I just wanted to know, would it be at all possible for yourself and the Foo Fighters to come and play at my wedding? I will offer free drink for the night. We can throw in cocktail sausages, sausage rolls.
Sausage rolls and beer, that's what you're offering.
Sausage rolls and beer and a lot of whiskey. And we'll give you an Irish wedding that you will never forget. The crack
Let me tell
you.
Here's what I tell everybody. If I'm close enough and my schedule's there, then I will be there to eat as many sausage rolls and drink as much whiskey as I possibly could.
Excellent.
Because believe me, you know what, I got to be honest, and I've said this to people before, I love going to weddings. I think weddings are the most fun because first of all, it's on somebody else's dime, and then you go and you're licensed to dance and freak out as much as you can for one night. And then your excuse is that it was a wedding. It's great.
Emma, fair play. Listen, thanks for the call. Good luck.
Congratulations.
That's a yes, Emma. That's a yes.
And I'm told we're almost going to wrap it up at this point, which dreadfully depresses me. However, if I don't ask you the one question that's been asked by almost everybody who's been in contact, I will be run out of town and never allowed on the radio again. The tour. Are you coming to Europe? Are you coming to Ireland? Do you know? Are you allowed to say?
I am allowed to say I do know that we're coming to Slane Castle on May 30th, 2015.
Really?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's an astonishing piece of information, Dave. Would you care to give us that one more time, please?
Slane Castle, May 30th, 2015. I'm saying that in my radio voice. So I hope it sounds... does that sound official?
I'll be honest with you. I was expecting you to say get lost. We don't say that sort of thing in advance. But fair play, Dave.
Yeah, I probably wasn't supposed to say it, but I just did.
And that's why I like moments like this. It's also a good place to wrap. Listen, thank you so much for coming on and having a chat with us on the show today. The legendary Dave Grohl again. Thank you very much for coming on.
Dave.
Cheers.
See you around, guys.
Easy. Good luck. Bye.
Bye.
we both looked at each other and went, did he just say that? Because I'm not messing you. This is not nonsense. I'm not bullshitting you. We were not told in advance that Dave Grohl was going to be announcing a Foo Fighters gig for summer 2015.
No.
We thought we'd do the usual thing that presenters usually do in this situation, which is you chance your arm and you go, go on. Sure, tell us, will you?
Where are you playing next?
Go on. What's going on? So just in case you've just switched on your radio, thank you very much to the legendary Dave Grohl for one of the best interviews I've done in such a long time. And he's just announced, even though he wasn't supposed to, that Foo Fighters are headlining Slane May 30th, 2015.
Did you check on their website to see if there's a gap in that?
Hang on, good question.
That's a good question. I should have asked you that. I should have asked that in advance. But
there's a gap. Well, they have a gap between March and June, if you want me to be honest with you. So, yeah. That entirely fits into the possibility of all of that. He's not going to lie to us.
No, I don't think so.
Wow.
Well, I know that's one of those moments when he said that, I went, oh, holy God. No,
you and I both looked at each other and went, huh? Because to be honest with you, there were loads of people on Twitter over the last couple of days who were saying, I bet he's coming. Tell me he's announcing a gig. Is he going to be announcing a gig? And you and I were sitting upstairs at our desks going, well, we know he's not announcing a gig, but, let's not say anything because people will still want to hear the interview.
What I was going to say to him was, go on, Dave, tell us. You're going to be headlining Glastonbury this year. If I knew he wouldn't say yes to that. But the fact that he said they're playing Slane on the 30th of May, I nearly fell off my seat.
I love it when embargoes get broken like that, when I didn't even know there was an embargo in the first place.
Indeed, yeah.
So, Foo Fighters, May 30th, Slane 2015. Stick that in your pipe and smoke it.